an oddly weathered day here in Austin, Texas. We have traversed through the torrential downpour, able to get past the lightning, and we were able to get past the lightning delay to finish up the first game where Dallas Baptist took the 3-0 victory over Lubbock Christian University. This is our second and final game of today's action here in the Heartland Conference Women's Soccer Championship Tournament. It is the number 1 team in the Heartland Conference and the regular season Heartland Conference champions, the St. Edwards Hilltoppers, taking on the number 4 ranked team in the Heartland Conference and their rivals from right down the road in I-35, the St. Mary's Rattlers. I want to thank you again for tuning in with us here on heartlandsports.org. I'm the Smash Justin Simmons, and we should have, as both teams are getting ready to go into battle against each other, this should be a fantastic contest, as you can always throw the records out between these two teams. A rivalry game here in the Heartland Conference Tournament Championship in the semifinal. The winner will be taking on Dallas Baptist on Saturday in Saturday's final, and that will be broadcasted here live at 1 p.m. here on heartlandsports.org. First, let's get to the starting lineups. Starting in goal for St. Mary's. Let's get to them first. From Flower Mound, the junior Caitlin McCarroll. In the defense, from Waco, the junior Heather Dawson. From Lubbock, Texas, the sophomore Allie Rumfield. Also in the defense, from Keller, Texas, the junior Katie Primo, along with the senior from San Antonio, Shay Dinsmore. Rachel Gurninski, the junior from San Antonio, getting the start up front. In the midfield, it will be Caitlin Judge from Lubbock, Texas, out of San Antonio. Up front is Roxy Cruz Santori. Then Montana Montes from El Paso, the senior in the midfield. Alongside her will be Marin Craig, the sophomore from Highland Ranch, Colorado. And then Taylor Durham, the 5'5" junior from Flower Mound. They are led by Corwin Rich, his 16th season at St. Mary's, and he is assisted by Alyssa Tardmona. As for St. Edwards, it looks like this. Lori Santoy, the 5'9" senior and Heartland Conference Defensive Player of the Year, gets to start in goal. Sabrina Cohn from Cedar Park, Texas, the sophomore, gets to start in midfield. Jenna Lipscomb, the freshman in Cedar Park, Texas, will be in the back line getting the start here. First team all-conference. Grayson Jacks, the junior from Winter Park, Florida, will get a start in the midfield. Alongside her, it will be Libby Fish, the defender from Austin. As the Hilltoppers continue to press here early on, and the ball will go out the back, and this will be a corner kick in the first one of the afternoon. Hilltoppers dressed in the all-white, the Rattlers dressed in the all-royal blue. Sydney Carroll, the junior from Winter Park, Florida as well, also getting the start. Tony Tevez, the freshman from Waterstetten, Germany. Alongside her, Julia Harrison, Whitney Duffy from Gainesville, Texas, and then Ashley Valson-Liu, the freshman from Spring, getting the start for the Hilltoppers here today. Left-footed, put in. It'll be hit off of the left hand of McCarran, and this will be a foul called against the Hilltoppers.
Foul committed by the Hilltoppers.
Harrison, of course, from Tyler, Texas. And then the head coach of the Hilltoppers, the Heartland Conference Head Coach of the Year, Nick Cowell. Cowell, his 11th season out of Birmingham, England. He's assisted by his former player, Kelsey Baird, as her first season as the Hilltopper assistant. Sabrina Cohn trying to poke it through as the ball continued to spin, and now the Rattlers with it. Hilltoppers going from left to right, the Rattlers going from right to left. 43-15, as we just had kickoff here a few minutes ago, and the Rattlers now trying to make their best counterattack as Valson-Liu comes over to make a clearance. Trying to turn at midfield, the pass is dislodged, and it will go out the side. Throwing coming up for the Rattlers. Grayson Jacks on the defense as the ball will be deflected last by the Hilltoppers. Rattlers throw in as they have it in their attacking half of the pitch. We are here at Lewis Chen Family Field. We have already dealt with rain. We have dealt with lightning. And it looks like we might have a little sunshine starting to peek through the gray clouds here, and that might cause a little humidity. But we will deal with all of that as we continue to bring you the coverage here of the Heartland Conference Women's Soccer Tournament Championships. Now it's Whitney Duffy on the ball. As she gets past one defender, she does make collision or both of the players do collide as Duffy was trying to get through, and then it's hastily cleared from the back line of the Rattlers. Off of the quick throw in, Duffy, long ball played into the 18. It's headed first by the Rattlers. Running is Jennifer Boudreau, and she gets her body between the ball and the defender. Lays off the pass. Carroll's pass into the box. It will take a bounce over McCarroll, and she will settle underneath it to make the grab. Well, though this is a rivalry game, Corin Rich, the head coach of St. Mary's, has only defeated head coach Nick Cowell of the St. Edward's Hilltoppers once out of all meetings. And now there was a whole handful of jersey as Jennifer Boudreau was not happy and now talking with the referee about not getting the call a little later, or excuse me, a little earlier. And there was more than just a handful of jersey. And she was not happy about it as the referee having to go over and settle the emotions there that are running high here against Jennifer Boudreau. But the foul was not against her, it was against the Rattlers. And pass is cut out by Cone. Balston Liu mishits it, and then you have the slide in the middle of the pitch. Remember, it has been a waterlogged pitch. The middle of the field, it has a crown on it that allows the water to slide down the side. So the middle of the pitch, while it is a little spongy and a little soft, it has a little give. It is still the more durable part of this pitch here at Lewis Chen Family Field. It is on the sides where it is definitely waterlogged. It might cause some issues with the footing. Trying to pass it through Tony Tevez, the freshman from Watzstetten, Germany. And it will go off of the hand of Jennifer Boudreau as it goes out the side. The throw in coming by the Rattlers. It's Guernsky trying to pass it back to which it came. Guernsky back on the ball, and she's able to nutmeg Boudreau. And the pass is cut out by Allie Rumfield. Hilltoppers, though, get back on the ball, and they're attacking third. Duffy playing the long ball, and this will end up right to the awaiting hands of Caitlin McCarroll, the junior goalkeeper from Flower Mound. The Hilltoppers able to get the victory in the final regular season game, and it was against the said Rattlers. It was a 4-1 victory right here at Lewis Chen Family Field for the ladies in white with the gold stripes across the chest. Tony Tevez to the outside on that near sideline. This is Sydney Carroll looking for the cross. It's a low one. It takes a bounce. The shot taken, and it's going to whiz past the near side post. Actually, it was deflected. I do have a couple of bodies in my way, but this will be a corner kick, the second one already for the Hilltoppers here in the first half of play. Jogging out there to take this corner kick is the freshman, Jenna Lipscomb from Cedar Park, Texas, and also now a first-team All-Heartland Conference member. Left-footed cross into the box. Everybody skying high, and the ball will fall to the pitch. It's cleared out of the penalty area. But just on the opposite sideline, this will be a throw-in, but for who? And it will be for the Hilltoppers. Sabrina Cone jaunting out there for the throw-in. As turning, they get this to Lipscomb. She beats one defender, left-footed cross into the box. The header, as it's headed away by Rumfield. As they were able to get to Guernsky. Guernsky now on the run, and she is trying to outpace the Hilltopper defense. Libby Fish able to get back there, though, and is able to cut out the pass. The throw-in will be in favor of the Rattlers. 38 minutes remain here in our first half of play, still 0-0. This is the second game and the final game of today's action. We'll be back here on Saturday as the winner of this team will take on Dallas Baptist University in the Heartland Conference Women's Soccer Tournament Final that you'll be able to follow along live right here on heartlandsports.org. I'm the Smash Justin Simmons. Thank you for joining a part of your day with us here as the Hilltoppers are taking on the Rattlers in a Battle of the Saints that has a lot more on the line than just bragging rights. A place at the championship final here in the Heartland Conference Tournament is on the line. and similar to the Cubs of last night that were able to break a 108-year curse, Corin Rich, the head coach of St. Mary's, and his players hoping to break the winless streak that they have faced against head coach Nick Howell and the St. Edwards Hilltoppers. Hilltoppers taking the season series 2-0 in the first matchup in San Antonio, 4-1 here in Lewis Chen Family Field. Sydney Carroll just booting it upfield. Whitney Duffy trying to head it, but it was deflected by the Rattler defender. And the ball continues to bounce near the side touch line, and it will go out of play as it was helped out by a Rattler player. Throw in for St. Edwards University. Right near the corner flag, it's going to be Sydney Carroll who will throw it in. Running around in the box, it looks like they're going to get it to Grayson Jacks, who is defended well. And now, the redirection off of the corner and just missing its mark as it goes wide on the near side. And this will be a throw. This will be a goal kick now for Caitlin McCarroll and the St. Mary's Rattlers. It was Sabrina Cohn who got her foot to it first. She could just, and it's asking a lot, tried to redirect it in a little inside. There might have been something on target. Instead, we play on. As the ball is being shifted around here on the near side. And again, out of play, throw in Hilltoppers. Looking towards the byline, the Hilltoppers do have it, met by two defenders, turning, feeding it into the box, off of the shot, and it's going to miss again near side. And again, it looks like it was Sabrina Cohn who got her right foot to it out of that midfield position, but just wasn't able to steer it into the back of the net. And it will just be a goal kick situation coming up. 35:05 left in this first half of play. Still no score between the Rattlers of St. Mary's and the number 9 team in the nation, the St. Edwards Hilltoppers. Hilltoppers also number 3 in the South Central Regional. They actually dropped 2 spots after beating St. Mary's last week, going from number 7 overall to number 9 in the country. As the ball is into the box, and there's the Heartland Conference Player of the Year, Julia Harrison, who hits it right to Sydney Carroll. Jax with a headed pass, and this will just spin into the hands of Caitlin McCarroll. And she will give an opportunity for her teammates to get back before she sends it into play. Right at midfield, intercepted by Jax, headed forward by Duffy, and it looks like it will just have more of what we just saw a little earlier. Off of the punt, it's deflect. The first touch is brought down nice by Marin Craig. And now a foul committed by the Hilltoppers will give the Rattlers a free kick right near midfield. Coach Rich for the Rattlers shouting out the instructions he wants to see his players do as they search for the opening goal in this match. A free kick opportunity coming on the defensive side of the midfield for the Rattlers. Off of the first touch, Montes playing it in the middle. Tevez' foot gets to it first, and then deflecting it out was Libby Fish. Here come the front line of the Hilltoppers. It's a foot race. Boudreaux, her foot to it. Boudreaux taking the shot on goal, and she will miss wide. It got past the diving Caitlin McCarroll, but it will clank off the side netting, and it will be nothing more than a goal kick. But it was the pace of Boudreaux and then the physicality to win the ball back and creating another opportunity. And the many opportunities that she has created this season was Jennifer Boudreaux off of the goal kick. Jax with her head to it. She heads it back to which it came. Good defense, though, by the Rattlers to win back possession. The ball here at the near side of the pitch, just outside the 18. And the ball will roll over the byline, and this will be nothing more than a goal kick. I was wondering what both coaches wanted to come out tactic-wise and by the looks of it, Corin Rich, going with a old school 4-4-2 formation. It looks like the St. Mary's really wants to play on the counterattack here as opposed to head coach Nick Cowell as they continue on the onslaught inside the box. The shot taken to goal! To start things off with 32 minutes left to go in this contest. 8 minutes in, or 13 minutes in, I should say. And it's Jennifer Boudreau, first team all-conference offensive player of the year, puts her mark on this game as the senior from Longview, Texas. Jennifer Boudreau makes it 1-0. The freshman from Westerstetten, Germany, Tony Tevis, will get credit with the assist. And it's a 1-0 lead for the number 9 team in the nation as the St. Edwards Hilltoppers are ahead of the St. Mary's Rattlers in this Heartland Conference Women's Soccer Tournament Championship semifinal. Back into the box, off of the header, and it goes right into the hands of McCarroll. Boudreau searching for the early brace, and she was denied right on the front door by McCarroll. The first 5 minutes after a goal are always the most dangerous for either team. More likely to concede, but more likely to score as Boudreau slips in the middle of that pitch. And again, while the weather has definitely gotten better over the course of a couple of hours, the field itself is still retaining much of the water that we suffered throughout that torrential downpour. So slippages might become a common occurrence as we continue on here this afternoon as the ball is put into touch. Throwing coming up for the Hilltoppers, who now have the 1-0 lead. Again, if you're just tuning in with us here on heartlandsports.org, as it's sent into the box by Libby Fish, Boudreau got her head to it, but just puts it into clear area, clear space, and nothing more than a goal kick. First game went in favor of DBU as they took care of Lubbock Christian University. It was a 3-0 victory by Lubbock Christian, by Dallas Baptist over Lubbock Christian. That moves the Patriots into the final, and they will meet the winner between these two. Into touch, throwing coming for the Hilltoppers with less than 30 minutes remaining in this first half of play. 1-0 for St. Edwards University. Turning with it was Tevez as Sheaf takes a fall, and then it's cleared away by the Rattler defense. Coming up from the back line, Libby Fish playing the ball into the box as it's headed away by the defense of the Rattlers. Sarah Bernards was there. I always thought that was kind of funny, as Bernards is never on the starting lineup for head coach Corin Rich, but she always finds herself playing meaningful minutes for the Rattlers, and I'm sure that her family might be in attendance considering she's from just Hutto, Texas. The rain, it is a sprinkle that is going on here. No foul given as play continues on at midfield. Advantage was given, though, for a split second and then taken away by the referee. Katie Primo, the captain, able to get there and keep the ball in possession of the Rattlers as they try to move it past midfield. It'll take a bounce off of the right foot of Rachel Grinsky, and it's a throw-in for the Hilltoppers as time is called by the referee in center circle. The referee wants to have a word with Marin Craig, and now we're ready to restart. Luis Guardia, our center official. He's assisted by Chris Rizzo and Evan Sanders on the touch lines here. As head coach Nick Cowell getting ready to make his first substitution, and it's a little early here. But when you do have as many prolific scorers as the Hilltoppers do, everybody needs to get their minutes. Carroll. She gets it to Boudreau. Boudreau, her dribbling ability, able to split the defense with the pass, looking for Carroll inside the box as the ball continues to roll through out the back for the goal kick.
Coming on for the Hilltoppers, number 36, India Wins. Coming
So Whitney Duffy will get a breather here, as it will be the freshman from Fort Worth, Texas, by way of Arlington Heights High School, India Wentz, coming on to replace Duffy. Off of the goal kick, it's a short one. It's popped into the air by Craig. And Craig taking a shoulder from her own teammate as it looks like she took a shot to the face as she continues to wipe the front of her upper lip. Doesn't look anything serious, but a little discomfort as she was still messing with it. Here on the near side, though, it's a fight for possession, and staying with it is Montes, who then gives it promptly back to the Hilltoppers as it's played all the way back to the Defensive Player of the Year in the Heartland Conference, Lori Santoy. While there is some sunshine peeking through, I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but there is a steady drizzle that has continued to fall from the sky here with those gray clouds that are overhead Lewis Chen Family Field. And that is what continues to make this pitch condition muddy, as the ground is really starting to pick up with every step that these ladies are taking as they continue to run and back up and down the pitch. Hilltoppers with the ball, looking to make something of it, and instead this will go out the back, and this should be a corner kick for the Hilltoppers. And jogging over, here's Jenna Lipscomb, just a freshman, but already a first-team All-Heartland Conference member thanks to her play this season. The freshman from Cedar Park possibly also has some family here in attendance, as it is only about a 45-minute drive from Cedar Park, at least in the border area, to St. Edward's University in South Austin. Off of the corner, and it's deflected away by the Rattlers, but not cleared out of danger just yet. Jax turning, now onto her left foot, trying to place it inside the box. Tevis trying to sprinkle it on through, and just didn't generate enough force behind it to beat the keeper. McCarroll just waited it out and then was able to make the grab. 25-45 in counting here in the first half, and it's the Hilltoppers that have the 1-0 lead. As there is a collision of legs at midfield, Sabrina Cohn able to win the ball back to the near side. As to give it to Boudreaux, who turns and has plenty of space. Instead of looking upfield, she'll return it to the midfield and then to the fullback on the back line, trying to find India Wentz, who just came into the contest, and using her touch to keep the ball in play down that far side touchline was Wentz. Jax, long ball played into the box. McCarroll, she will drop it as she tried to catch it underhand style, but then nobody around here, so it just takes her time to make the easy grab. So folks, if the rain does continue to fall hard here, as it steadily is increasing, we will lose the picture, but I will carry you on with the audio. And I will become way more descriptive with the proceedings on the field. Just letting fans know, just in case you lose picture, we will continue our broadcast. It will just turn to an audio-only broadcast. But for right now, we will keep the picture on the field as the rain will allow. The Rattlers finally getting into the offensive third, but not able to do much with it as they lose possession here on the dead ball situation. Lori Santoy, interesting look for her, as the Hilltoppers usually wear turquoise tops at home, but she, as what the goalkeepers did on the Halloween weekend, electing to go with the orange away tops normally, with the black shorts and black socks. As we have the restart off of the dead ball, Harrison laces it into touch, throw in coming for the Rattlers. So Kelly Andrews coming on for Tony Tevis. Boudreaux will move over into the central striker position as Tevis comes off the pitch. Andrews will move over to the right wing, and then India Wentz is in the left wing. Cal going with a 4-3-3 formation, and again it is the Heartland Conference Player of the Year, Julia Harrison, who makes the midfield tick. Almost stopped at midfield. Jack's able to win the tackle back. Instead, she'll get whistled for the foul, as taking a tumble down to one knee was Tori Andrade, the leading assist getter for St. Mary's University. Quick restart on the free kick. The pass is cut out, and I'm letting you know now, fans, that the camera is going down, so we'll move to an audio-only broadcast here. Ball played here on the near side for St. Mary's University. Now with it in possession is Leah Whitaker as she's able to continue her dribble past midfield. Kelly Andrews comes up and dislodges the ball from her possession, but it retained by the Rattlers in the attacking half. The rain's starting to fall real hard now here at Lewis Chen Family Field. Libby Fish with a hasteful clearance, and it gives possession right back to the Rattlers. This can make for a very muddy affair between these two as the rain continues to pour. Checking her mouth was Rachel Graninski as she looked like she took a shot to the face. The ball loose at midfield, this time in the Hilltopper attacking half. And now India Wentz with possession on the far side touchline as she moves on toward the 18. Cross into the box from the far side. It is intercepted by the Rattlers. And then trying to clear it where St. Mary's instead, they don't get enough power on the shot and it stays in play. The throw-in will now come for the Hilltoppers from the far sideline as they continue to advance towards the 18. Boudreaux received it and then gives it back. Now the cross into the box looking for Andrews and is defended well. Headed away by the Rattlers as the ball will bounce all the way to the center circle in the attacking half of the Hilltoppers. They get this ball to the outside. This is Kelly Andrews. Andrews looking for the cross into the box. It takes a bounce. The shot on goal deflected and it will miss far side. It was a good idea. It was a brilliant pass. And just getting there a little late to the party was Jennifer Boudreaux, who was looking for the redirection and instead just placed it a little far wide of the far side post. And it is a goal kick now for the Rattlers. 21:05 in counting here in the first half of play. As long as there is no lightning in the area, we can continue. And that is what caused the stoppage in our first contest in the second half of the last game. Valson Liu, the freshman, trying to get there first and using her body to shield out the would-be offender in this case for the Rattlers. Throw-in coming up now for the Rattlers. Looking. And now Sabrina Cohn able to make the clearance as she goes all the way to the back line. There was a slip there by Shea Dinsmore and now a slip on the near side by Leah Whitaker. Bodies still flying all over the pitch, and of course the near side of the pitches, the sidelines are going to be the most troublesome for both players on the pitch as bodies continue to fall. It was a good dribble trying to get past the would-be defender for the Hilltoppers. Instead, Grayson Jacks plays it all the way back to Lori Santoy in the goal line as she punts it all the way over toward midfield yet again. The Hilltoppers having some problems making the clearance, and now on the run is Roxy Cruz Santori. She scored the goal against the Hilltoppers during the regular season finale. And now the ball will be placed out of play. A throw-in coming for just a split second here for the Rattlers. Off of the throw-in. To Grayson Jacks right on the feet. And it will go off of the foot of Tori Andrade. And it's a throw-in for the Hilltoppers here with a little less than 20 remaining in the first half of play. Still a 1-0 lead for the number 9 team in the nation, the St. Edwards Hilltoppers, if you just tuned in with us here on heartlandsports.org. I want to thank you for spending a little bit of your Thursday afternoon with us here, taking in the women's soccer tournament championship games. Hopefully it's a little drier wherever you may be residing while viewing this online or on your phone. Both these teams fighting for the right to face Dallas Baptist University in the tournament final. Dallas Baptist victorious over Lubbock Christian in the first game today. And the Hilltoppers currently ahead of the Rattlers here in this playoff edition of or postseason edition of the Battle of the Saints, 1-0 currently. Libby Fish with that left foot, looking and almost finding India Wentz as it bounces past her. And this is a Rattler throw-in coming from their side of the pitch. They get it over midfield, and now in their attacking half for the Rattlers. They are still with it. Cruz Santori leaves it in the middle, looking for Meyer, who has the pass cut out. Rattlers still with it. Primo coming from the defensive area, booted up ahead by Shay Dinsmore and Lori Santoy, making the easy grab as she quickly leaves the confines of the goalpost and makes the easy collection. 17:45 off of the punt from Santoy as it takes a bounce at midfield. It was looking for Boudreaux, and she almost gets it and loses it, but the pass intercepted right at midfield by Sabrina Cohn. Coming the other way are the Hilltoppers looking for India Wentz. Even with her pace, that ball just a little too far ahead, and this will be nothing more than a goal kick. We have alterations being made by the Rattlers as we do have a player getting ready to go in. Lauren Molini Malui coming on for Cruz Santori. Lauren Malui, the freshman from El Paso, Texas, by way of Franklin High School. 16 minutes and 50 seconds in a waterlogged game as the ball will continue to roll outside the touchline. Throw in Hilltoppers in their attacking half. It's returned by the Rattlers as Sydney Carroll is still with it. And Sydney Carroll with the throw in on the near side touchline. Getting past one defender is Carroll. She gives it to Harrison, who has plenty of space, and turns and leaves it into the back line right at midfield for the Hilltoppers. Trying to switch the pitch to get it to Libby Fish, who crosses midfield into the attacking half. And it's a nice ball played down by Jennifer Boudreaux, who uses her pace with her head down. Turning and looking for a cross into the box while she was inside the 18. And it's defended well by the Rattlers, but they will give up a corner kick. And the Hilltoppers will be all the more happy to take it as Jenna Lipscomb, the freshman from Cedar Park, Texas, will get ready to take this corner kick. Despite the rain, a nice crowd on hand here at Lewis Chen Family Field to take in the postseason action. You have Andrews set up near side post, and flanking the goalkeeper is Boudreaux. It's sent in right into the middle. The Rattlers get their head to it first. Chested down off of the half volley, and it will fall into the back of the net. And no, it goes right over the goal. It was so close, and from this angle, it's hard to see. But McCarroll getting her body in the way and causing some difficulties as it is still a 1-0 game between St. Mary's and St. Edwards. But chances have been plenty in favor of the Hilltoppers so far as the St. Mary's defense continues to battle, trying to win possession at midfield and possibly spark their own counterattack. The Hilltoppers continue with possession as Kelly Andrews beats one defender, beats two defenders, and then finally has the ball cleared away by the defender who came in late, the junior from Flower Mound, Texas, Nicole Ferris. Everything will reset as we have a throw-in for the Hilltoppers, and they're attacking third. Turning with the ball, Jax didn't get a clean shot on it as it's deflected by the Rattler defense. Valson Liu playing the long ball. It's a high, hard, arcing ball to catch, and then it's handled well by Caitlin McCarroll. I know you folks can't see it, but let me assure you that the rain has been picking up steam here as it continues to downpour. And it is just so difficult to see. I am surprised that McCarroll was able to catch that ball without letting it slip. Taking a push from behind is Jennifer Boudreaux in the middle of the pitch, and it will be a free kick for the Hilltoppers, right smack dab in the middle, and they're attacking third. The Heartland Conference Player of the Year, the senior, Julia Harrison from Tyler, Texas, will step off of the ball. I thought she was going to take the free kick. Instead, it will be the senior first-team all-conference member for the Heartland Conference, Libby Fish. Left foot delivery. It will go off of the head of Heather Dawson, and it will go out the back. This should be a corner kick for the Hilltoppers from the far side touchline. Getting ready for this corner kick will be Sabrina Cohn, the sophomore from Cedar Park, Texas. Hilltoppers have the both posts flanked as it's delivered towards the middle. The header, this one will clank off. Did it go over the line? The referee has his flag up, and that will count as a second goal for the St. Edwards Hilltoppers. It is Ashley Valson Liu who will get credit for the assist. Well, after taking a 2-0 lead now, Coach Nick Cal deciding that the Hilltoppers need to make some more alterations. As the freshman, Ashley Balson-Liu gets the goal. Only the second one of her career and only the second one of this season for Balson-Liu, but it was a big header that gives the Hilltoppers a 2-0 lead as she was assisted by Sabrina Cohn. Now here comes the pace of Kelly Andrews as she's able to dribble past two would-be Rattler defenders, but the pass is cut out at midfield by St. Mary's. One back by the Hilltoppers in the attacking half. It's right at center circle as it is Harrison able to boot it forward. Wentz got her left foot to it and still keeps possession for the Hilltoppers, only so slightly, as the ball will be kicked here towards the near side touchline, and it will be a throw-in for the Hilltoppers. Making her first appearance this afternoon from Malmo, Sweden. The home of Zlatan Ibrahimovic is also the home of Victoria Malmros. And Kelly Andrews gets pushed down from behind, and she is slow to get back up. Balson-Liu one-on-one with Maldonado, who is a goal-scoring threat for the Rattlers as they are now in their attacking third. The pass is searching for Maldonado, and instead Balson-Liu there to get to her right foot to it first. 11:55 and counting here in the first half of play, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Hilltoppers as this ball will find its way into touch on the far sideline. 11:45 and counting. We are here in Austin, Texas on a very rainy and drench-filled day here in the capital city. As with the ball keeping it in the air with nice touches is India Wentz. It will go out the side, throwing coming for the Hilltoppers on the far sideline right at midfield. As we come closer to the end of the first half of play, 2-0 lead for the Hilltoppers as they have had goals scored by Heartland Conference first team member Jennifer Boudreau and then Ashley Balson-Liu, the defender, getting the header off the corner kick, giving them the 2-0 lead. It falls to Balson-Liu right outside center circle on the defensive half. And now Malmos, she mishandles the ball with her feet. And now Balson-Liu having to recover and sending this ball all the way back to Lori Santoy, who will clear it with the punt but doesn't get a lot of distance behind it. It's headed back and forth between both teams here in the attacking half for St. Mary's. Finally chested down but intercepted by Malmros. She's able to send it to Sydney Mack, who tried to settle it on the turn. Instead, taken away in possession by Ledoux. Taking the tackle with authority was Jenna Lipscomb, and they give this to India Wentz outside the 18. It's deflected by the left foot of the Rattler defender at the very last second by Caitlin Judge, and now it's a free kick with 10:10 left. Throw in. The kick launched into the box. McCarroll punches it away. It falls to Andrews. Cleared again in high desperation by the Rattlers at a very opportune time. Malmros able to fall back on it, giving it to Andrews, who will lace it right down the near side. Diving and missing. On the rebound, nobody there. It's good defending by the Rattlers as they're able to clear it outside of the 18. Trying to find a counterattack on the far side touchline, and it's just bodies falling all over the floor, fighting for this 50-50 ball. And it will finally go into touch, throw in favor of the Rattlers as they continue to push on the acceleration here, searching to get one back as they find themselves down 2-0 here to the Hilltoppers. Looking for Sydney Mack as the ball will get past her in the Hilltopper attacking half. It's just inside the 18 as it's booted out of the 18 and into touch. It will remain with the Hilltoppers here on the throw-in. Throw-in restarted, so substitutions will have to wait. 9 minutes remaining in this first half of play as the Rattlers have the ball, trying to work it out of the defensive half of the field. Right at center circle, it's returned by Balson-Liu, looking for Sydney Mack, who's now on the ball. This is Sydney Mack looking for the cross into the box, left-footed. It will fall in between everybody inside the 18. Kelly Andrews is there here on the near side, turning, lacing it back far side post, nothing doing. Shot taken on the target, and it will go right over the crossbar. Katie King coming into the contest for head coach Nick Cowell. King from Dallas, Texas. Went to Ursuline Academy, a powerhouse in taps. So many women's state titles when it comes to women's soccer there at the Ursuline Academy. And then a substitution made by the Rattlers as well. 8 minutes and 5 seconds remain. 2-0 lead for the Hilltoppers. And they were searching for Maldonado and not getting the ball to her, as it'll be played all the way back to Lori Santoy. And she will boot it way over midfield, just outside center circle. Katie King settles it. And now she has plenty of space to work with. King looking for the through ball. It was a great idea, but nobody there on the other end of it. Getting the tackle was Cone. It was a rough challenge, but she was able to win possession. The shot taken leaves something a little to be desired as she misses wide. And now with 7:25, Madison to Mickey. A sophomore from right here out of Austin, Texas, coming on for Sabrina Cone. With 7:15 remaining, 2-0 lead for the Hilltoppers. If you just tuned in with us late here on heartlandsports.org. Momrose gets it to Harrison. Now Katie King able to drop on it. Valson Liu looking for the clearance. It rattled around between her and the Rattler player. And then it's taken away by Louie. Pearson turning now is Maldonado. Valson Liu with a slide tackle and able to win it for a split second and then send it into touch. Rattlers attacking now as they find themselves in their attacking third. 6 minutes and 32 seconds left in this first half of play. It's a 2-0 lead for the Hilltoppers. The ball will find its way right through the legs of Alexa Maldonado, and now cleared away at the last instance by Libby Fish inside the 18. King settles it, gets it back, and they play it long for Sydney Mack here on the near side touchline. There first, though, is Nicole Ferris as she settles the ball for the Rattlers. And now it's a 1-2 game between her and her captain, Katie Primo. Primo trying to get it out of danger. There was a collision here on the near side. Malmrose able to make the interception, and the ball is at center circle now. Hilltoppers with it as Harrison looking for that long ball, has it cut out, and now the Rattlers returning the favor. Running and gunning. Rattlers looking for the through ball and again missing as they try to find Maldonado, and she just couldn't get it with her outstretched right foot. It will go past everybody as it's booted from the Hilltopper defensive third into their attacking third. It will fall to the feet of the Rattlers as Harrison cuts out the through ball pass. Wentz trying to get her left foot down to it and redirect the ball. Instead, it will be the Rattlers who force the ball into touch, and this will be a throw-in for the Hilltoppers with 5:14 remaining in the first half of play. 2-0 lead for St. Edward's University here in the second game of today's second contest of the Heartland Conference Women's Soccer Championship. Both these teams playing for the right to play in the conference final against Dallas Baptist University on Saturday. The ball bounced into the attacking half for the Rattlers, but played well by the defense of the Hilltoppers as they settle it and are able to move the ball back around. It was looking for Morgan Palmer, and instead the ball will go into touch as it was redirected by the Rattlers. Off of the throw and looking for Palmer, Katie King takes a swipe at it and then finally gets the ball back for the Hilltoppers. King, left foot at send-in, looking for Mack, and the pass barely sent away, but not sent away far enough as it's still side the 18. Falling and now clearing are the Rattlers, and this will be a corner kick. Off of the corner kick, and it's punched away with 2 fists by Caitlin McCarroll. And the Rattlers looking to start the counterattack. Katie King stops it for just a split second, and down here near the near side touch line, it will go into touch. It will be played last off of the right foot of Alexa Maldonado. Still dancing on the near side touchline into the attacking third for the Hilltoppers here. As the ball will be played into touch, throwing coming now. And again, the Hilltoppers will have the throw in just outside the 18 near the near side corner flag. Victoria Momros, she does have the long throwing capability, but will keep it short on the near side of the 18. Long ball play going far side post. It's over the outstretched hands of McCarroll as she hits the pitch. And it will just go over the byline. This will be a goal kick coming up. 3 minutes, 5 seconds remain here in the first half of play. It is a 2-0 lead for the St. Edwards Hilltoppers over the St. Mary's Rattlers in the Heartland Conference Women's Soccer Tournament Championship. This is the semifinal, as both teams are playing to get to the championship game to take on Dallas Baptist University. Foul called on Sydney Mack, and this will give possession and a free kick to the Rattlers. It's in their attacking third, right in the middle of the pitch, about halfway between the 18 and the midway line. Off of the free kick, they're going to play the long ball, trying to eat up some of this real estate. Instead, it's won back by the Hilltoppers, and now we see some one-touch passing. The through ball was looking for Mack, and instead it's returned by the defense. 2:15 remaining. King back on the ball here in her defensive half as they get it over midfield to the Hilltoppers. Palmer playing it to the back line for Libby Fish as this ball continues to dance in between both sides of the midfield. And then it's going to be a throw-in now for the Rattlers with less than 2 minutes remaining. Off the throw-in on the far side of the field, it's chested down by St. Mary's. And now the long ball played right off of the head of Ashley Valson-Liu. It will be a throw-in off of the headed clearance. And now the attack starting to ramp up for the Rattlers. But can they produce a quality shot on goal? That is the main question here. Valson-Liu again getting her head in the way to cut out the would-be long ball. And then Primo trying to do her best to recreate the feat and keep possession for the Rattlers. As it continues to bounce along both sides of the pitch here at the midfield, it is the Rattlers who finally stumble onto it. And as soon as I say that, it is a takeaway by India Wentz, and she will win the foul against the Rattlers. Free kick coming from the far side touchline, just outside center circle in the attacking half for the Hilltoppers. Less than a minute remains. That's a left-footed free kick. And getting pushed down was Madison to Mickey. Katie King, fancy dribbling as she continues to move towards the 18. She's inside, cuts back, crossing the box, looking for Mack, and it will just miss her head. It was Katie King with some fancy moves that was able to free up some space. But as she crossed it into the box, it was Sydney Mack's head that she was searching for, and Mack just barely missing. And that will leave this game at 2-0. Off of the goal kick, one at midfield by the Rattlers, and they'll turn and put it into touch on the far side. 15 seconds are left in this first half of play. It is a 2-0 lead for the number 9 team in the nation, the St. Edwards Hilltoppers, as we are in the final countdown here in the first half of play. Off of the throw-in, and that should do it as we move on to halftime here. It is a 2-0 lead for the St. Edwards Hilltoppers over the St. Mary's Rattlers in this postseason edition of the Battle of the Saints. Folks, I want to thank you again for sticking around with us here on heartlandsports.org. We will take a quick break. I will get some halftime statistics for you, and then we will be here ready for the start of our second and final game of the second half. So do what you got to do. Come right back in about 10, and we'll be ready for the second half here on heartlandsports.org. Well, it is cold. Well, it's not cold. It's rainy. The rain has come back, and this torrential downpour has started again as we get ready for the start of this second half in the Heartland Conference Women's Soccer Tournament Championship. We are here in the second semifinal between St. Mary's and St. Edwards University, respectively. It is the Hilltoppers who have the 2-0 lead at the moment right now, as they are dressed in the all-home white that has now become stained with mud. Going from right to left, it will be the St. Mary's Rattlers dressed in the all royal blue with the gray stripes across the front and on the sleeves. They'll be going from left to right. We have kickoff, and now the next 45 minutes will determine who will move on to take on Dallas Baptist University in the Heartland Conference Tournament Championship. Kelly Andrews able to win the ball back as she comes storming the other way. Now into the attacking half. Andrews with it, gets by one defender. The cross into the box, looking for Booth. The shot, goal! And that was picture perfect. You couldn't have drawn it up any better as Kelly Andrews continues her run and then launches a right-footed lob shot into the box. Wow, in the middle of that, continuing her run, was the captain for the Hilltoppers, or one of the captains, as Boudreaux continued her run and then put past a pitcher perfect right foot to beat the keeper in McCarroll to make it 3-0 here, just in the opening minute of the second half. And now the Rattlers definitely looking for at least one goal back here in this Battle of the Saints postseason edition. It'll be Santor who has it, and then punting it away. It's headed back in an odd fashion by the Rattlers, but it was effective. And the ball will go out the side. Throwing coming for the Rattlers on the far side of the pitch in their attacking half here with 43-50. The game is now 3-0. Boudreaux's second goal of the afternoon. She now has the brace, and expect her to be looking for the hat trick here today. The Rattlers drop the ball back into their back three now as they try to play the long ball. And it was looking for Guernsky as it's taken away. Turning is Boudreaux. Now she's one-on-one with the defender. Good recovery defense by the junior from Lubbock, Texas, Heatland Judge, as she's able to force the ball on the touch. Throw-in, though, coming for the Hilltoppers. This is Lipscomb on the near side in the attacking half. It will fall to Grayson Jacks. Sends it back outside to Lipscomb here on the near side touchline. Hilltoppers still in the attacking third. Trying to find some room and now falling down as she was tripped up from behind was Jennifer Boudreaux. It was Caitlin Judge called for the foul. And this will give the Hilltoppers a free kick from a dangerous position here just outside of the 18. Want to say that Lipscomb's about 30 yards out as she'll send it in with the left foot. Trying to find somebody to get to the bottom of it. Instead is the Rattlers who get there first. Harrison able to head it back toward the 18. Instead, the pass is cut out by St. Mary's. And now they're trying to spark the counterattack as they play the long ball. Libby Fish is already there, and she boots it back to Julia Harrison. Harrison, the conference player of the year, turns and gives to Lipscomb, who instead tries to boot it upfield and find Boudreaux. It is a true foot race, and who will get there first on this soggy pitch? It will be the defender in Shay Dinsmore who will make the clearance. Or actually, that was Katie Primo. Boudreaux was the closest one there, and she will receive the throw-in as she gently passes it to Sabrina Combe. The cross into the box. Andrews with a right-footed shot that will just roll over the byline, and that'll be nothing more than a goal kick. Well, the one thing we were concerned about was the humidity. That doesn't seem like it will be a factor now as the rain continues to pour on through here at Lewis Chen Family Field with a slight angle to it, falling from right to left. Off of the goal kick from the Rattlers, it does not clear the defensive third, but it is at the midway center circle as Kelly Andrews. She will be tripped up by the turf monster, and this will be a good opportunity for the Rattlers to counterattack. And instead, it's a unfortunate first touch that gives possession back to the Hilltoppers. A fight for possession in the Hilltopper defensive third. Libby Fish using too much of her body, and that will be a foul. Roxy Cruz Santori will play the ball back to Lisa Tomanendal. And the captain, Tomanendal, who was third team all-conference, will get ready to send away the free kick. Tomanendal with the right foot. This one low, and it's toward the 18. It's headed away for a split second by Carroll. That's about it. Jax to it. She swings and misses with her right foot. The ball does go into touch, and it will be Hilltoppers throw-in. 40 minutes and 25 seconds remain in this half of soccer here, as the wind is starting to pick up, as we are getting what was originally a gentle breeze is now starting to intensify. As the ball will go into touch yet again on the attacking third for the Rattlers. This will be their throw-in as they look to get one back on the big board. They are currently down 3-0 here in the second half of play after giving up a opening minute goal to Jennifer Boudreau and the Hilltoppers to extend their lead 3-0. Cone able to clear the ball. Now here come the Hilltoppers on a counterattack as they are at midfield, looking for Boudreau on the final through ball, and instead it's Primo who is able to cut out the pass. As it's played to the midfield, Tomanendo almost loses it, but able to get it back as she makes the interception right at center circle. Tomanendo looking for the handball, and the referee says it is intervertent, or actually no, he will credit the handball. It will be a free kick coming from the far side just outside the center circle for Tomanendo and the Rattlers here. 39-19, 3-0 lead for the Hilltoppers here. If you just tuned in with us on heartlandsports.org. In the defensive half of the Hilltoppers, they're able to head it away. One-on-one break and going down and wanting the call. It looks like it was Tony Tevez, but she will pick herself up after getting the foul, and it's a free kick for the Hilltoppers. There are no lights at Lewis Chen Family Field, and let me tell you one thing, it has gotten rather dark as this abundance of gray clouds covers the sky here as play continues on. Here in the attacking third are the Hilltoppers to Sabrina Cone. She will turn and fire, and she will place it right over the crossbar for the goal kick. A very nonchalant looking shot from Cone. She was looking to go all placement on it and just misses. 38-25 at the little break here. Goal kick coming up for St. Mary's, as they are in a 3-0 deficit here in the semifinal of today's second matchup of the Heartland Conference Women's Soccer Tournament Championship. I'm the Smash Justin Simmons, glad that you can be with us here today, as this ball was searching for Jennifer Boudreau in the 18, and then we'll go out the back. Referee calls time, and it looks like we might have another delay here. All right, so it's not going to be, it's not an actual stop in play. All it was a stop from the referee to make sure that him and his assistants, that their bags would be okay and not sitting in a pool of water, as they do just have a changing tent set up here on the outside for. And the shot taken from Grayson Jax. The shot will bounce and it will whiz right past the far side post. It took two bounces and it looked like it would have beat McCarroll, but Jax just barely missing the target. And this score will remain 3-0, though, in favor of the Hilltoppers. The rain now coming in tight. And after the goal kick, as we have a lot going on as this rain, it looks like a monsoon. I feel sorry for everybody that's out there right now, as they are completely drenched, including referees. But they have to just stand there and fight on as this is soccer. Game continues regardless of the weather, unless there is lightning. And now it's a torrential downpour, and it's picking up so heavily. The wind is what really has made the change here, and it feels like I'm working on the Weather Channel more so than giving a sports broadcast at the moment. I think I see a dolphin, possibly a whale. Definitely a dolphin, just playing. Continue play. And I don't know how they're playing through this. It must be extremely difficult to see, but they do continue on the pitch. The ball is on the defensive third for the Rattlers, and they have the throw-in. Off of the throw-in, the Hilltoppers with it as they continue to look for a fourth goal. Jennifer Boudreau, she has the ball, still with it, inside the 18, trying to lay off a pass in the inside, and it's pushed aside by the Rattlers. corner kick, or at least a long free kick taken, excuse me, from the outside, looking for Tevez as it continues to bounce around inside the 18, and the win. Trying to keep my concentration on the field for you, but the weather conditions are just, they have just come out of nowhere, and it's just, it looks like we're in the middle of a tsunami during the monsoon season. Going with the far side cross for the far side post. Still nothing doing as the Rattlers continue to try to put on a fourth goal in this torrential downpour. Another cross into the box. It's headed away by the Rattlers, and this will end up being a corner kick.
Always on the job. Stay professional. Right, always.
Whitney Duffy getting ready to come into this contest, but this has to be the most uncomfortable getting ready to go into a contest that she has probably ever had to deal with. And I can assure you folks that this water, as I feel the runoff, it is freezing cold here. But I guess a big departure from the weather that we have had in the Central Texas area, which has been like a mini summertime. So at least a bit of a difference here. Corner kick coming up for the Hilltoppers from the far side post. Here comes the delivery. It's going to be short, near side, deflected by the Hilltoppers inside the 18. They retain possession and they continue to work the ball. Long ball played high into the air. It comes off of the foot of Sabrina Cohn first, but still not able to turn and shoot as the Rattlers defense desperately defends. Played it all the way back to Libby Fish now, and she will take a trip. This is a chance for the counterattack to come for the Rattlers. The ball will die on the roll, and that's just because of the pitch. Ashley Valson-Liu able to get back in time to clear the ball. Even, I try not to get my hands wet, it's Rachel Gernsky. She was even saying, Coach, it was hard to get to the ball because it just rolled and it just died in a puddle. Those are the conditions we're playing with here. A tackle from behind. Will this be our first yellow card of the match? And it will not be, as the referee elects to keep the card in his front pocket, but it was a very rough challenge on the slide tackle by Heather Dawson that could have easily produced a yellow, and it would have been our first one of the afternoon. Instead, play will continue, but we will have a free kick. It's a short free kick taken by Lipscomb, as she will get the ball back here. Here on the attacking third, Lipscomb places it into the middle as this wind continues to blow. Tony Tevez looking for the cross near side. Kicked out of danger. Third 26 turning, and then we will have to have a stop in play. Or at least I thought that's what the case was going to be. They're looking for Tevez, and falling on it is McCarroll as play did continue on. And now the sidelines are saying that a stop and play must happen. I feel unfortunate for the fans here that did make the travel to Austin. It's a beautiful place to visit, but nobody was expecting the weather to be like this. And so now the fans that are sitting in the metal bleachers will have to make a clearance. I wish you could see the carnage that's going on here because of the weather, as it is just a torrential downpour. You can probably hear it through my headset, but it came to a point where the rain was in favor of the Hilltoppers. And now the referees have joined us underneath the media center awning here as he tried to find at least a short dry spot. But if this is a 30-minute delay, the second one that we'll have to face today, so we're going to be here a while as more people are continuing to file on in here, and I can't blame them. There is nowhere to go. As referees are soaked, players are soaked, fans are soaked. More importantly, the pitch is soaked. If it wasn't waterlogged before, it definitely will be waterlogged upon its return, but the clock will stop at 33:18 here in the second half of